Let's go, guys. We have another game here. This time we have GUA playing as the Holy Roman Empire in the color purple against his opponent playing as the Ayyubids in the color yellow. It's... let's try. This is Lao. This two, this one I don't know. The third one I don't know. And this one I can read is like Kai Maomao. Kai Maomao. It's basically like cute, big, cheap wool. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. I swear to God, like Asian way of thinking is very different. Like their humor and the way they see things. I don't know what's going on, but it's very different. And I'm not talking only about Chinese. I'm also talking about Japanese, Korean, and all the Asian countries around here, Southeast Asia. It's really strange. It's really strange. You have to come here. Definitely a cultural shock for sure. So we have Holy Roman Empire and the Ayyubids, two civilizations that love going to the fast castle route. Usually you see the Ayyubids going for that military wing. Sorry. Get some like whoop, something like that. I don't know what's the name in English where you get like stuck on the throat or something. But anyway, so they go the military wing, usually the reinforcement, which they give them some desert raiders, so they have some units to defend and go castle age. And then they like to go the economic wing growth, just so that they can get 8 villagers in the castle age. And of course the orchards here will give more food. So that's basically the plan of the Ayyubids. Let's see what we will see here in this match. But the Holy Roman Empire just got an update, and it's the marching drills. And so far, I've been casting some games from the Holy Roman Empire, and they have been a little bit different, just because the marching drills allows you to be to have a little bit of map control in the field age, especially in situations where you need to fight, or you see an opportunity to cause some damage. You don't necessarily need to go castle age right away. You can always go for some spearmen or some archers and try to harass your opponent a little bit. I don't think that's what we're gonna see. I mean, the Holy Roman Empire is very good at the castle age and beyond, especially when they get Palace of Suavi and this kind of lumber where they can just spam villagers, get all the resources in the map, and just basically eat you alive. Talking about eat you alive, there you go. Military wing reinforcement. I was watching Attack on Titan, and I know it's an old series, but I never watched. The first season was when I was in university, many years ago, and I decided to catch up to... If you haven't watched it, it's an anime about like people who live under under some walls, and they haven't seen the outside of the world because outside is surrounded by titans who they will just eat you alive. And it's really good. It's very good. I'm really like curious to see how it ends, because I've been watching a lot. I'm on the third season, second part 2 so far. It's been really good. I highly recommend you to watch it. Another one you can actually watch, it's Solo Leveling. It's actually from a Korea manga. I don't know if they don't call it manga, that it's like a Korean webtoon. I think that's the name, but the adaptation is Japanese, and it's about a guy who's like living in like a massive multiplayer online RPG, but in real life, and he can level up and all this kind of stuff. But it's really good. It's really good. Right, anyway, we already have. That's what I'm telling you. We're seeing the archery range now, but you know, extra move speed doesn't make such a big deal. But when you have someone who's actually like have a lot of mobility, it can actually be the decisive factor. I don't know what's going on with my mouth today. can be the decisive factor whether you kill the target or not. No, the Desert Raider already will go there. Right. Try to harass the opponent, and then the archer is already out. Only one archer so far. I don't think you need another one, but Ayyubids actually going for stable and another archery range. Looks like they won't be interested in going into Castle Age. 3 villagers on gold pretty much says, I'm just gonna get some upgrades and let's gonna fight now. And looks like DUA is also not interested in aging up either. It's just, you know, getting some farms around the Akron Chapel just because they have some extra gathering speed, you know, this kind of stuff. So always having the farm there and the around the Akron Chapel will just give you the best results for the food per minute or things like that. Let's take a look at the income per minute. You can already see there is a lot of food coming for GUA. I already have 4 archers, which is very good for him. You just need some spearmen to deal with those horsemen. Looks like a tower will come here. Definitely trying to go castle now. 4 villagers building this tower, basically saying I need this gold for a while and I don't want to spend on units, so the tower will do the work for me. At the same time, there is no stone gather, so there's no emplacements in this tower yet. Meanwhile, Ayyubids, keep pumping units, more archers, more desert raiders, a couple of horsemen there. Not really going into castle. GUA actually having a lot of food. Look at that, he almost have enough to age up. That's the power of the Akron Chapel. You can just put the sheep here. Like, this is a beautiful Akron Chapel. Like, it's just buffing all the units here. Like, it's buffing the gold, it's buffing the farms, it's buffing the sheep, it's buffing the wood line. It's really nice. It's really nice. Looks like our sheep, Mr. Sheep, it's gonna be the ram actually. Never mind, he decides. Actually, we going back. I'm gonna take the scout first. Oh, basically, he's losing some vision. Looks like he will have to go back. He wants to build a ram, but his opponent doesn't let him. Now he's not building. Never mind, he's building more archers. So at this point, now he can go castle. He has enough resources, and it's gonna be that Regnis Cathedral. Meanwhile, the Ayyubids is gonna be pushing with the ram. They are committed. Can the horseman actually build as well with a military wing? I know that the camels can build, but the horseman also can build. Oh my god! What a world we're living in. Now, if you wanna push into the Holy Roman base, you need at least a couple because they do have emergency repairs, and you know, very unlikely that you take that off. Very unlikely, but you know, you're gonna have some pressure. More archers coming for the Ayyubids, +1 range armor coming for him, so he's gonna stay in the field age for a while. At the same time, Regnis Cathedral also coming for him. Looks like the gold will get denied. Luckily for him, he still has gold in the bag. He's very lucky. Emergency repairs gets gold a little bit early, I should say. And now the barracks is being built to get those man-at-arms. It looks like the Ayyubids are just hungry. They are tired of going Castle Age. Now they are going for it. It's like he will keep pushing here. Emergency repairs has already been called, so this tower will go down. Meanwhile, some priests gathering some relics. Already one there. One relic coming home. Another one is going for it. But Ayyubids is just starting to send more and more units. At the same time, he's also planning on going castle. Interesting choice. Interesting choice. Ram takes out the mining camp. And archers just taking one arrow at a time. That battering ram. Definitely very optimistic archers. At the same time, he's just gonna do the turnaround just to check if he can't find anyone here. Looks like the ram finally will go down after so many arrows. Now he's just going for it. Gonna be careful with that town center. Luckily for him, he has +1 range armor, so he's gonna be having a good time actually. You can deep dive into the base with more units. Just like this, it's gonna be a little bit risky. So looks like he's deciding to A-shop as well. Building a couple more production buildings. And let's see which A-shop he decides to go for. He's gonna have the food soon. So we will take a look later. More farms going around the Akron Chapel. Beautiful stuff. Now the cool thing is these Desert Raiders are really good against those man-at-arms. They have a lot of armor, they have a lot of melee attack. The problem is against archers they're really bad, so you're gonna deal with the archers first before taking down those man-at-arms. Otherwise, you're just gonna die really soon. Now let's see. It's gonna be the economic wing growth. Nothing like having free 8 villagers to your advantage. Meanwhile, GUA already have 2 relics in his home. A couple more coming. Only these 2 are maybe on his target. This one is gonna be... Never mind. He went for this one. Come on, guy. I know you can do it. But I know you're scared because you're next to your opponent's base. There you go. Can go back home now. Like he's gonna be fine with the relic hunt. Gonna send some cavalry to harass his opponent while he's aging up. He doesn't want to make him breathe for a moment, right? There's one thing that happens when you age up. You don't really want to fight because you want to upgrade your units first. But by doing that, you're giving your opponent a lot of time to breathe, to, you know, establish his economy, and it's just really hard for you to... When you come back, he's already like, he has more army, he has more upgrades, you know, he's securing some resources that he didn't have before. So it's really tricky. So I feel like the Ayyubids is doing a good job at trying to stay at your opponent's base. Just to try to delay as much as possible his economy. Because with the Regnis Cathedral, it may look like a big deal, but this is already 319 gold a minute. If he gets like 5 relics, that's like 800 gold a minute, more or less. Yeah, that's a lot of production buildings. Well, that pretty much equals to 20 villagers if you think about it. 20 villagers, it's not like your opponent is on 39. He's probably on 60 if he gets all those relics. So you gotta be careful here. Couple more production buildings going for GUA, but the Ayyubids is very fine with his production buildings. He has a lot, and 9 production buildings at this point in the game. That's a lot. That's a guy who doesn't want to spend wood on anything else, just production buildings, and that's it. And you're gonna see a lot of Gulams coming for him, and we're also gonna see the Camel Lancers, which will work pretty well for him. There is no Spearman on the Holy Roman Empire side. Archers just getting veterancy, but they need to fight now. This guy is still, luckily for him, they're not veteran, so they're gonna be having not such a bad time. Gulams are already out. The Gulams are tanky, man. 195 health, and the first charge attack, they do double attack, so they're pretty strong. They're pretty strong. That's all I can say about this. Well, last relic trying to be gathered here. Looks like he will take down the monk. Should be able to send another one very, very quickly. Dervish also going for the Ayyubids, trying to get 1 relic. Probably it only has 1 left. Only 1 relic left, and that's it. That's all he can have. So it means his opponent is pretty much on almost 16 villagers ahead. Not only that, it's unlike the villager, the relics are much harder to deny. This is passive bolt for the rest of the game, so it's not a good thing for you. 4 relics is really good for your opponent. Obviously, could be worse with 5, but you know. Dervish trying to get that relic. Now the Ayyubids need more. Get the Dervish. The good thing is that they're really fast, so it looks like this Dervish, it's gonna go back home with the relic. Very well played by the Ayyubids. Couple of monks just gonna heal. Not gonna be having any targets to heal, they're just gonna die here. Both players having a very similar army value, so no one is gonna die yet. No one is in risk of dying. However, the Ayyubids has some villager, some villager advantage. Despite having only 1 relic, they are in 59 villagers, so that's really something. Villagers gonna fight for their life here. Actually, they're pretty strong. This archer not even upgraded. So yeah, for sure they're gonna be having a good time. Crossbowman trying to take down the horseman. Actually doing not bad damage. Town center taking down those desert raiders. Camel lancers. Gonna go down here. The longest lifespan for the camel lancer here. 1 HP for a long time. I know he's just going. You have a lot of production. You don't build this to not use it. And gulams are really hard to deal with. Gulams are already in your base. Your economy is idle. Still gathering deer on the back of the base. But food economy may not be the greatest for the Holy Roman Empire at the moment. Emergency repairs gets called here, but not in placement on this outpost. I feel with an outpost here, he can truly start, defending very well. It's gonna take some time to take down a Holy Roman Empire outpost. And now GUA have spot out the other villagers. So far, 17 villagers went down. I suspect more are gonna go down. 2-handed weapons going up for GUA. And try to take down the ram. More units coming for the Ayyubids. And now the Gulams gonna fight with the Man-at-Arms. The Gulam have slightly more HP, but the Man-at-Arms are really... they just have more attack. So I don't think there are no heavy maces yet for him, so... Military numbers looking really good for the Ayyubids. Meanwhile, UA having a little bit of trouble. He only have 11 so far. He needs to hold with 11 villagers. 11 military units. Town center just gonna be attacking those Gulams. They say, I don't care, buddy. You can do that the whole day. I will not leave. Now he's on the base. Ram gonna be taking that stable. Ram still alive. More units coming non-stop into the Holy Roman Empire base, and GUA taps out. Well played by these two players. Hope you enjoyed this one, and I will see you in the next one.